Welcome to Monday, Endsinger EX.
So before the fight starts, you want to get into your tower teams. I like to do DPS on the right, supports on the left. You have to keep in mind that towers will be inconsistent because we're running it with only one tank and one healer. Of course, range in the back, melee in the front. You could also do light parties, but it doesn't really matter. The stacks don't do that much damage. Just kind of coordinate together. So the first move she always does is this Elegia Unforgotten move, which is a raid wide followed by a planet. It could either be blue or red, but what you always want to remember is to go towards the slow blue and towards the fast red. So the blue is a knockback and the red is an AoE. You always have to keep in mind that the head in the middle will cleave one half of the stage, so whichever planet you're dealing with, you want to make sure that you're always standing behind the head at all times. Whatever planet she didn't do the first time, she will do the second time, and once again, you just want to stay behind the head. It's actually really important no one dies here, because when people die during chains, it gets very messy, and that is this part right here. So you want everyone to stack pretty much on the arrow, and once the chain debuff appears, that's when you all start to run apart. This is where things can get dicey because we don't have another tank and another healer. At this point, when you get into your tower, she's going to use elenchos. So just be careful that only one half of your tower is going to be safe. So just make sure you're looking at her mouth. If her mouth is glowing, the middle is not safe. And if her eyes are crying, the middle is safe. So in that case, the middle was not safe. So I was standing on the outside part of my tower. And Telos is a raid wide. It doesn't do that much damage. I use Addle just because you really don't have to use it, though. It doesn't really do anything. Then Hubris is a tank buster. It targets the main tank and the next highest aggro. It doesn't really do any damage, but you could use a shield if you want. Then she's going to use another Elegia Unforgotten, which is a random planet. It could be blue or it could be red. Once again, just mine the head in the center and you'll be fine. After whatever planet you get, though, there is going to be 2 light party stacks. You could do light parties for this, but you also don't have to. Like there, we did 3 and 5, and it was perfectly fine. You'll live. Fatalism. Okay, so you want to pay attention to these rings here. Whichever set of rings are spinning faster is the one that's going to detonate first. So it could be blue or it could be red planets. It's entirely random. But because it's 2 blue, we have 2 knockbacks here. So there's the first knockback, and then you go to the left of the planet, because that's where they're going to shift to, and there's the next knockback. And then she's going to use elenchos again. Once again, mouth glowing, middle not safe. So she only uses that move twice in this fight, but it is really dangerous, so just be careful. And now that she's almost dead, she's going to do Twin Song. For the most part, we're not going to have to worry about this, but you always want to stand behind the middle head to find the first donut of safety, and then you just move clockwise from there, 3 donuts. And that's it. It's very easy.
Let's get a cap.